I want your lower body to really move well instinctually. That's what we're going after. Now, the idea behind the drills is that we do so many repetitions. Why? I want it to be instinctive, right? I want it to be like, this girl came in for lessons last week, and I asked her, I said, well, what other sports do you play? And then I asked her, I said, do you play music? And she says, yeah, I play piano. I go, that's great. Okay, so piano. So when you play piano, I said, do you have to play scales? And she says, yeah, every day. I said, well, what happens if you don't play your scales? She said, I don't play my piano as well. So I said, well, med ball and these ideas are like scales for golf. It's kind of how it works. So if I'm good at scales, right, I played them a little bit on guitar, but if I'm really good, I can just hit one note and everything else almost flows if I'm really good. It's just like a program. You just start it and boom, it goes. If I'm really good and I practice a lot, I might hit one note that allows me to play a whole song, right? But that's an automatic program. There isn't a whole lot of thought that's happening once you start that scale and you keep it going along. So what I want is to use these drills as triggers that just make a program happen. So it's not, oh my God, where's my arm? What am I doing with my hip? Because you can get really confused doing it that way. So it really is that Karate Kid thing, wax on, wax off, paint the fence, sand the floor, now defend yourself, right? Put it all together. That's kind of what we're going for. So I want it to be I want your default movement pattern to be good. So the end result should be that right feels right and wrong feels unbelievably bad. So that you would never even go there. Like for me, it's hard to do the exercises wrong just because I've done so many right drills. And the sprint stuff is the same for me. It's really difficult. It feels so awkward to do it wrong that I know it's wrong. I got this sort of saying with our guys is like, and Jeff and Doug have seen it a lot, like we get people that come in all the time, new guys, and even if they don't know what the drill's supposed to look like, they can tell when somebody does it the wrong way. You don't even know what you're looking for. It just looks wrong. There's a number of different things. There isn't a rhythm. There isn't a flow to it. There's no balance. If something is not pleasing to the eye, so we'll do this with kids. We'll record something, show it, and I'll say, is anybody else uncomfortable watching this video? And everybody's like, yeah, it just doesn't look right. They don't even know what it is. But then they watch it when it gets better, and they're like, that looks better. I said, because you feel comfortable. It seems like it's predictable. It seems like he's not going to fall down. It seems like he's in control, right? And it changes pretty quickly. So we're starting into a little bit of a walking pattern, right? Now think about this. If I'm going to come in and I'm going to hit the ball, right? I walk in. Well, I'll break down that in a sec. But if I'm over here and I make my move over onto this side, if my weight sort of flows in the middle of my feet, like even anywhere between the ball and here, I can keep my leg bent because it's actually heel toe. That's heel toe, right? I can keep my leg bent, and then I can straighten it if I want. If I was to go straight to my toe, this is what happens. You see a lot of people that'll actually hit balls and they'll go straight to their toe. The only way I can actually hold my weight when I get onto my toes is if I straighten my knee, because that's a fairly integrous position. I can't really hold it on my toe like this. So what happens is, as I go heel toe and my knee bends, that's more like my leg action. That's why we're stepping this way. And that's why I was telling you it's hard, because if you plant like this, it doesn't feel stable. It's dorsiflex, right? Dorsiflex means the toe's up and I roll over.